So the next patch is coming out very soon, and it's got a couple good improvements in it. One of them is that Tommi has basically rewritten the Courtship gameplay. And one of those changes is how, if you want to find a mate among a rival wolf pack, how that works. So here I'm just approaching these couple Junction Butte wolves who are harassing this moose. And the first thing I need to do is show them that I am not hostile here. I am not aggressive. They're going to give me a moment because one of them is interested in courtship. And the other one, the sibling there probably, is not sure what my intentions are. So I open the emote panel and I can growl, which obviously would be hostile, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just do a nice grin here. And this is similar to the wary phase when you meet dispersals, but now instead of having a fight initially with the non-interested members of the party, you can just basically say, hey, I come in peace. And they'll give you a chance to demonstrate that. And if you don't demonstrate that, or if you howl or growl or do something that's aggressive or dominant, they'll figure, well, I guess you're here to fight. And then you'll have a fight on your hands. This revised behavior is actually based on more observations about how wolves behave in this kind of situation, especially things we've gotten out of Rick McIntyre's amazing books about the wolves of Yellowstone, which I highly recommend. Okay, so I've convinced them, and now we can continue the courtship. The rest of this proceeds basically normally, although under the watchful eye of 3F's packmate here. But this is more robust. For example, you can, if you happen to come across two groups of dispersal wolves, you can more effectively say, growl at one of them and say, I'm not interested in you, and the other ones you can then court, or if you accidentally reject somebody, you can chase after them and resume courtship. And then possibly one of my favorite bugs we've had all along is that if you are in courtship and get one of the wolves interested, but then reject them when it comes time to go to the trial period, sometimes, depending on the circumstances, that wolf would just poof, vanish. And I know the feeling. You get rejected, you just want to disappear on the spot. But that's not the way the real world works, and so that bug is fixed now. Oh, and also you might probably infrequently, but you might see two groups of dispersals courting each other now. Not a common occurrence, but it can happen. And again, this whole overhaul is mainly to lay the groundwork for additional gameplay and functionality in the WolfQuest Saga that will be coming in a while. Another improvement is with territory and predator attacks on your den. We've always had logic in there that basically says the bigger your territory, the less frequent stranger wolves will come and attack your den and your pups. And it's always been working, but there are other factors involved as well, which had the unintended effect of reducing that frequency range. So often, effectively, there was not that big of a difference between having a large territory and a small territory. So we've revised that, and so it should be much more effective now to have a large territory. You don't have to have a strong territory. It's better to have a 15 to 18 hex territory. It's medium strength than a smaller and stronger territory. And the most important thing really is just that there's a good buffer zone around your den. So here we have a pretty large territory, over 20 hexes, but you'll notice here that the rendezvous site is not that far from the edge here. And stranger wolves don't really care about how big your territory overall is. They just care how far it is they have to travel from outside your territory to get to your pups. And that's the important thing. And so you want to have ideally about 2 hexes buffer around on all sides. So these and quite a few other improvements and bug fixes are about ready to go. We're putting this patch 108H into public beta today. It's available now. And we'd love feedback, especially on the territory improvement with stranger wolves attacking, and other competitors don't care about territory, but it's possible that that's changed a bit as well in this revision. So please use that F11 report form to send us feedback on how you think it's working, and we should be able to get this out into release next week.